couple shows ago, a caller called in and defended Baker Mayfield. I referred to him as Mr. Mayfield, and he called to respond.
The last time I was on there, Dave called me Mr. Mayfield. That's not exactly correct, but you could call me Mr. Sooner Mayfield if you want to. If you will go and look at the 2017-2018 highlights when Mayfield was a Sooner, you'll see his precision passing was unbeatable. Of course, he had Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown, and C.D. Lamb, which are all making really big names for themselves in the NFL, and none of the Browns can even compete with them. Now, one other thing, that shoulder harness, people seem to downplay the fact he had to play with that for weeks. Strap it on and see how that affects you and how you feel with it. Because according to Matt Hasselbeck, it totally threw him off for accuracy, for strength, for even feeling confident in what he was doing. And again, I appreciate you having me on here. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. As always, we appreciate all the voicemails, and I certainly appreciate your passion. I was one of the first people and you know this, Tim, I said the shoulder harness had to affect him, and I agree wholeheartedly. I don't think it was the only problem. And I don't think Baker Mayfield is a bad NFL quarterback. I think he will be a decent NFL quarterback, average to above average. You're going to have to put pieces around him that to be successful. I think Deshaun Watson is a clear upgrade, but I think Baker Mayfield's a capable NFL quarterback who will be a quarterback of a winning team. Even if it isn't here in Cleveland. So I don't want to sound like I am talking down about Baker Mayfield. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I don't think he is as good of a quarterback as Deshaun Watson.
No, I mean, that's pretty obvious when you look at some of the things Deshaun Watson has done, on the field versus what Baker Mayfield has done, in his career. And I agree with you that harness really impacted him, and it really took away a lot of the things that Baker Mayfield does very well. I'm sure there's a lot of teams that would probably prefer Baker Mayfield over what they have at quarterback, just because, he's got a very high ceiling. We saw how good he was, in the 2018, the end of 2020. He showed he has very high level ability. The question has been consistency. And obviously the reason he's still with the Browns is just because he's got a massive contract that's only got a year left, that there's no certain that you're essentially trading for a 1-year tryout, essentially, of Baker and wondering what exactly you have in him. But, he's solid enough. He can win you some games. Maybe he can get you into the playoffs as a quarterback. And obviously 2021, I think we saw, what a bad injury can do to him. Obviously, he just wasn't himself. I think we all can kind of understand that. But even when Mayfield is as healthiest, I think we have to understand that Deshaun Watson, clear upgrade, like you said, and a guy that, has top 5 ability. And Mayfield might kind of be at best top 10.